This is a video I uploaded last year on a trip I did, but due to some technical issues and some privacy concerns I had to take it down, and I'm just reloading it now. So if you think you've seen it before, you probably have. I hope you enjoy it and get some useful information out of it. Thanks for watching and keep the shiny side up.
Changes in the sky. Don't try to read the messages that are in between the lines. Well, let's pack our things, get motoring, let's hit the wall and guide. Cause on the road there is no load and everything is fine. Let us go and fly now. Let us go and
well, I've ridden out. I ended up on a road called Dog Road, which was certainly a dog to ride on, but I ended up where I wanted to be. So I've come up on the hill and looking for a campsite. So some of the things that I look for when I'm out here is, one, I can't be seen from any roads or tracks, and there's no roads or four-wheel drive tracks coming through in case someone decides to do a night drive and I get run over in the middle of the night. Stay away from any animal water. They need to drink as much as we do. So I'm up on the hill, there's a bit of a breeze blowing, it's not going to be too hot tonight, so just nice. I can put the back of the annex out, back of the fly out, give me some protection there. If I have a little fire or any lights, it won't be seen from down on the road, which is just down behind me there, just past that big tree, and it slopes down over. There's quite a few rock formations out here, so that'll be interesting. The other things I'm looking for is a nice clear ground. It's not a regular place for people to come and camp. Got a couple of trees just about the right distance between to hang the hammock, and so it's time to go. Right, got the fly set up, sleeping bags inside, we're all pegged out. Bit of a breeze at the moment, but that'll die down as the sun goes down, which is normal around here. Hammock's in there, everything's on the bike. I try and leave everything up there that I possibly can. It keeps it out of the mud, dirt, away from snakes, spiders, ants, everything else. I've got a small tarp that I'll throw over there later on, a very lightweight one. And so I can leave everything up there and know it's dry in the morning, and I'm not going to have any little visitors in my book. So as I say, that's my setup, and this is how I do it. I don't profess to be an expert on camping or motorcycle camping, but these are a few things I've learned over a period of time, and I do recommend doing it in the backyard one or two times, just get a few basics out of the way. Well, that's the road down there that I came in on, Quayland Road. As I say, just starting to get that green tinge everywhere. That's what you call a widowmaker. There it is, and ready to drop a branch on you, so never camp under them. Now it's just on 5 o'clock. The sun's just starting to set out there, or heading down anyway. I've got about an hour of sunlight left. One thing I've learned is get things sorted before it gets dark. You lose bits and pieces, you can't remember where you put them. And especially eating, I like to start cooking and preparing before dark. Get everything done, and then you can sit down and have your second drink if you want to, or whatever. But to get everything stowed away, cleaned up in the night is a hell of a lot easier than trying to do it at night. No matter how good your lights are, especially if you're stealth camping, you don't want your lights shining out too much. Another thing I like to take with me is these little S carabiners. They're only a couple of dollars, they're not going to take any weight, but instead of doing knots that you can't undo when the rope gets wet and tight in the morning, these things, a loop on either end, are brilliant. If you have elastic on one end and a loop on the other, when you're tying down some of the cables and ropes, then you don't have to muck around. The other one I like is a figure 9 carabiner, and the rope comes up through and locks into the teeth. These things are magic. There's 2 sizes you can get. Like everything, I find them on eBay. Hooking over your guide rope, hanging a bag off them, keeping stuff off out of the ground. Another one is taking cans of drink with your beer, Coke for your spirits, or whatever. These things are very light aluminium, and if they rub together or in your bag and start rubbing, they will very quickly put a hole in them, and you're going to have a bloody mess in your gear. In Australia, we have what they call the stubby cooler, which everybody knows over here. New Zealand, I know, some of the other countries not as well known. They are great because if you keep your cans in a few of these, you've got that sort of neoprene to protect it. Keeps it cooler is the idea, but it stops them rubbing together. And I have seen eskies where the cans have been moving around and they end up with half the cans busted. So something around your cans, and as I say, stubby coolers for here. This is a famous one, the Ironclad Hotel, if you've ever been to northern Western Australia. Established 1893 up in Marble Bar, but there's heaps of them out there, and yeah, I do recommend them for keeping your cans in. Well, sun's about to set. Had dinner, put the long johns on, so getting ready for the night. The wind's died down as I sort of predicted. It always does around here when the sun starts to set. A couple of things if you just to think about. If you've got a long night ahead of you, or you've been out all day and you just want a little bit of entertainment, these days everybody's into their phones. But if you're going out to an area that's got no reception, a couple of alternatives. I like to use Netflix, and I'll download a few at home, a couple of movies or a couple of TV series, and then when I'm out there they're loaded onto the phone. Well, it's morning. That was a weird storm last night. Wind came right off as the sun set, and I thought, well, it's going to be a beautiful night, but then it came up again and it blew like a bugger. But with everything secured, I was very pleased. And as I say, that's part of the overall thing when you're camping. Hope for the best and plan for the worst. So the bike stayed covered. If it had rained, everything would have stayed dry in there. underneath here is perfectly dry, nothing's blown away, and I didn't have to get up in the middle of the night and adjust tent pegs and ropes and things like that. The sleeping bag as a underquilt, absolutely brilliant. There's an air pocket between the underquilt and the hammock. You can actually put your hand under there and feel the heat, so very pleased with that. I'll wait a little bit longer before the sun finally gets up over here and get up and get some breakfast. It's a beautiful, calm morning, peaceful as. Well, breakfast time, I know it's not everybody's favourite, but spam, I love spam. There's so many different varieties. Today I'm having spam bacon. So for that, I'm going to chuck in a can of beans and your cocoa, a couple of cups of coffee. And it's quite a hearty meal. Throw it on a wrap, throw some extra eggs in there, whatever you like. Well, that's the end of another adventure out there. Thanks for watching. I hope you gained something out of it. If you did, please leave me a comment or give me a thumbs up. Please subscribe. Getting into winter again, as I said, and I've got a lot more trips planned. So get out there, enjoy it, and keep the shiny side up. I'll catch you next time.